As you take a look inside, you are surprised by the scene, the terrors of which no eye has ever seen. For those who disbelieve, they will be the gasoline for a fire whose fuel is stones and human meat. You can hear the fire's whip, the crackling and hungry hiss of this pitch black beast filled to the brim with darkness. And where are their gods, those whom they chose to worship? They gave partners to Allah, now they are alone in torment. You can see them in their crowds as their sizes increase, bodies dragged upon their faces, chains wrapped around their feet, the roasting of their skin and the boiling pus they will eat. From fruits like devil's heads, molten brass is their treat, and they will never sleep, not even death will be seen. For those who rejected faith, their home is El-Jahim, a never-ending heat. Over it are 19 angels who never dare disobey their Lord's decree. And even though they will scream, their pain it just won't decrease. For they took arrogance, oppression, and war as their deen. So now they'll face the penalty and be destroyed in degrees, the lowest boiling of their brains, for their souls were deceived. And this fire never tires from the moment it was lit. It's been awaiting patiently for the criminals, it will admit, as the tenants of this menace cry out from inside of it. And the fire is crying out, asking Allah for more of them. They were warned again and again, but still were led astray by the accursed outcast whom they heard and obeyed. Then who better than Iblis to introduce them to their fate? To their dismay on that day, he will stand forth and say, Allah promised you truth, and I promised you too, but I had no authority, so I betrayed you. All I did was call you, but you're the ones who came through. You responded to me, so don't blame me, blame you. Today I cannot help you just like you cannot help me, and I deny your former acts of associating me as a partner with Allah by obeying me. Verily, there lies a painful torment for all ظالمين.
وقال الشيطان لما قضي الأمر إن الله وعدكم وعد الحق ووعدتكم فأخلفتكم وما كان لي عليكم من سلطان إلا أن دعوتكم فاستجبتم لي فلا تلوموني ولوموا أنفسكم ما أنا بمصرخكم وما أنتم بمصرخي إني كفرت بما أشركتمون من قبل إن الظالمين لهم عذاب أليم.
And Satan will say when the matter has been decided, indeed, Allah promised you a promise of truth, and I too promised you, but I betrayed you. I had no authority over you, except that I called you, and you responded to me. So do not blame me, but blame yourselves. I cannot help you, nor can you help me. I deny your former act in associating me as a partner with Allah by obeying me in the life of the world. Indeed, there is a painful torment for the polytheists and wrongdoers.
Subhanallah, imagine on that day, Iblis, the devil himself, will stand forth and give a khutbah, and he will address all of the people whom he helped to lead astray. He promised us money, fame, fortune, and happiness, but he lied. And he's a liar, and he lies to us every single day. But on that day, not even he will be free from the wrath of Allah Azza wa Jal. Brothers and sisters, I want you to see the hellfire with your own eyes, as if you were standing above it. The Prophet ﷺ said that if a rock dropped into Jahannam, it will remain plummeting for 70 years before touching the bottom. But for you, I want you to imagine that you have walked across the Sirat safely. And now you are on the other side of this bridge, and it's now time to purify yourself by settling any wrongdoings amongst the fellow believers. And once that's over, despite all the barriers and obstacles placed in your way, despite the terror and horror you have endured throughout this entire adventure, you now find yourself standing in front of the gates of Al-Jannah.